fun. She's a draft horse, and she is a major chakra balancer. In England, they don't halter these gypsy Vandermeers. They let their beard grow, and they haul them around by their beard. She hates it, so you'll notice we're desensitizing her face, so if you're brushing her, don't even brush her face, because we're just trying to bring sweetness back to her face, that we're not going to haul her around by her beard hair. She's 15. Are you 15? And she's a really fascinating horse to work with as an energy balancer, and has a tremendous amount of heart energy that you'll probably experience. So, now let's talk a little bit about surrender. You're going to see surrender, in a sense, in the horses. So I'm going to teach you something about horses that even some of the horsemen may not realize, or you've never heard it expressed this way. It's one of the reasons I'm invited to Equine Affair and Equine Extravaganza as a clinician, because I talk about the vibrational field of horses. They have an auric field, they have a vibrational field that is how they communicate with each other. And if you picture right now, if you're standing up or sitting down, picture a hula hoop. Is there anybody here that has never hula hooped before? Pretty universal experience, right? So picture the size of a hula hoop, just in your, picture it with your hands, and about the size of a hula hoop. That size, if you drew, I need to get some hula hoops. Maybe Martin can remind me this week. We'll go find some at a toy store. But that size of a hula hoop is our human area of space. Most people could take a hula hoop and put it down to the ground, stand inside of it, and say, yeah, I'm very clear. I don't want anybody stepping inside my hula hoop. And some of you want a larger hula hoop. Some of you, like St. Sue, going, yeah. But only those to which we are really intimate, our children or our partner, might get inside that hula hoop, but the rest of the world needs to stay outside my hula hoop. Then we have about 10 feet out, and 10 feet out is our second boundary. And with our second boundary, draw a big circle around yourself about 10 feet out. And that's really a comfort zone for strangers, especially for women. About 10 feet out is just about right for most strangers in a social situation, that they're out and your radar starts picking up, am I safe with this person? You're reading eyes, you're reading a lot more than you probably even recognize that you're reading. And then human beings, we have one about 40 feet out that is walking down a street, you're alone, or walking across a parking lot, especially for women again, walking across a parking lot. Your radar is out there on any other people you see walking by, and that's common sense, but it's also an intuitive field that we have, and men have it too. Men have it more territorial feeling, and women more a vulnerability feeling. So now, one thing that people have not often recognized is that horses have the same thing. They have a physical boundary, only their hula hoop is a lot bigger, because they're a lot bigger. So for a horse, their inner hula hoop, the one that was just a little hula hoop around us, is 6 to 8 feet out. The next one is 40 feet out. The next one is the horizon or the walls if they're in a contained area. But they actually are watching to the horizon in a natural state for predators, smoke, humans, all of that. They pay attention because they are in the food chain to their natural surroundings. So when you first approach a horse, you can, in domestic horses, we have a bad habit as humans of coming up to them and blowing right through those boundaries, including their most intimate hula hoop. We don't think anything of it because they're broke and they're sweet and they're kind, so we walk up to them and just go, hi, oh, and now just for a second, picture your hula hoop, and how would that feel? You might tolerate it, but I bet if we walked over to Sue, she didn't know us, we just walked right up to her and went, hey Sue. Hi. Yeah, she'd be out of here. Which some horses have that, right? In a pasture, you set your determinant on that horse, you go directly at them, eyes full forward, walking at them, and they go, whatever you want, I don't want any part of it, and they're gone. And they'll run you around a pasture for a long time. So it's not that it's bad, they're pretty used to it, but one of the things that I hope to do on behalf of horses is raise everyone's awareness of our vibrational field, which we'll talk more about this weekend, and theirs. So I'm going to ask you guys, when you approach these guys today, and when you're grooming them, which they love, that you, will have you do it in partnered pairs again. Have you approach a horse, but feel what that feels like. You're already sitting inside the second hula hoop for them. And so as you're approaching them, sense it in your body and actually wait to see that they have a sign of surrender. That they're like, all right, Sue, yeah, you can come closer. And when you get to this 6 to 10 foot one, stop yourself, feel it in your body, look at their mind's eye. The handlers are going to try as much as possible when people are working on that to be a non-entity, just meaning standing really quiet, and for the two of you, the three of us will take our energy and really bring our own energy down within safety realm, and just see what you notice. And next time you're around a horse in a pasture, if you get the opportunity to do that, see if you can enter the gate to the pasture without them even noticing. It's really, really great practice for being very zen with horses. If you can get inside the pasture without every horse in the pasture going and looking to see you, and then just be. Don't get into a doing, I've got to get out there close to them, just be. And then move closer to their perimeter and just be. And you know when you're in success, when you're able to change your zen and your energy enough that they don't do any more than shift an eye to you and accept you as one of the herd. Because what they're so used to is the human violation of boundaries. They just take it in stride almost anymore. So everybody clear? We're experimenting with surrender. Surrender to your own awareness. Does a ton of clearing, which we'll do this weekend, but they'll start doing it right away. And watch for signals from them. Their eye softens, an ear. Then when you begin to brush them, ask yourself really, is this horse enjoying this? You know, are they liking the way I'm brushing them? Do they want me this close? They give you tons of signals. Intuitively, vibrationally, in your body. Use your body like an instrument with them to find out. Any questions? Awesome. All right, well, let's see. I'm short a handler today, but we're going to deal with this. So 8 participants. So let's just use 3 at a time. So 3 people at a time rather than partners, because we have 3 horses on halter. So which 3 would like to experiment with it first? Okay, Kim? Who else? Cynthia? Okay. All right, so pick a horse. Each of you pick a horse that you want to do it with.